Welcome to Tell a Story Hive on location, Nanaimo. We're coming to you live from the traditional and ancestral land of the Nanaimo peoples. Deep bow, deep respect, deep love for the original caretakers of these lands. I'm Jordan Dack, producer, poet, songwriter, and host of a deep dive into the creative process, creative or die. And I'm joined today by, well, two people here, but maybe some other guests as well that file through. All creative down to the bone, and they are not only here for their own creativity, but to lift up the creativity of others in the community. And that is why I was so intrigued to come and listen and ask them a few questions, pick their brain about community and creativity. So, in case you don't know who these wonderful people are, why don't you guys share a few sentences about yourself?
My name is Cyan.
Tell them a little bit more.
Well, my name is Cyan. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I flew up here to perform. You know, I fly around the world. You know, I done been an open act for so many artists over the years. In 2005, I was opening act for the Black Eyed Peas in the Philippines, Lupe Fiasco, J. Cole. I done opened up for a little bit of everybody in the music industry. So, you know, I come up here. I met this gentleman right here about 10 years ago. And we've been doing music ever since, and I've been coming back and forth, and we got music videos, and we got a whole bunch of stuff. We got our music video called Entertained. You can look it up. It's all available online. It's Cyan, that's S-A-E-N, and his name was North Sound at the time. So
Now I just go by Stefan because that's my name. Makes it a lot simpler when you don't have to explain how to spell stuff. And I've been making music for quite a while too. And you know, I never really dialed into like one sound or one specific vision or one thing because I just did it because I love doing it. I grew up on a farm in the North Okanagan, and music wasn't really like in my family, or you know, it's a farm lifestyle out there, you know, and it was something that I discovered on my own and liked, and I never really treated it like a job or anything. I've always done something else my whole life, but it always brings me back to doing music because I love it. And there's a lot of other people out there in the world that, you know, there's incredible musicians out there, incredible artists, incredible actors who do it because they love it, and we might not see them because they're not exposed, and we kind of do it for them.
That's great, man. And first question I've got for you guys just bounced in my head right now is, you're from Atlanta,
yes,
and you're here getting on stage with a bunch of Nanaimo rappers and some other rappers from other spots too, I believe. From an outside perspective, do you see Nanaimo hip hop as, like, can you tell that it's distinct? Is there something about a Nanaimo rapper that's different than an Atlanta rapper, that's different than, you know, someone who might be from Calgary or Vancouver?
well, they have their own industry. It's a different they speak different, and they have their own industry. It's kind of like it's different. It's that's what I enjoy about it. You know, they value different things in the hip hop industry.
What kind of things do you think they value here?
Well, you know, hardcore hip hop. It's kind of like almost, I want to say vintage. It's like the real stuff. In America, it kind of got a little more commercialized.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of still to the core, and they have more support. I was told that more merch is sold, and people want records, and they want things to really be connected to the artist.
Yeah. Ways to support the artist, sort of a grassroots vibe.
Yes, and you know, in America, you know, part of America I'm at, I know we are part of North America, but the part of America where I'm located is not so much so that way. It became the rap industry. That became almost a negative. It's a negative stereotype on it because it's hard to get booked when you're a rap artist. It's extremely hard to get booked when you're a rap artist.
Okay.
Because it got negative feedback.
Yeah.
So like when I try to get booked for festivals and fairs and my hometowns and stuff, they don't book me. They looking for rock and roll, soft rock, R&B, and stuff like that because the rap music have a negative stereotype. Up here, it's a little different. You know, they got their own industry, they got their own local celebrities, and so they cherish me more. Even when I go overseas to like Europe, and I didn't play Asia, and I didn't been around the world, they cherish, especially in Japan, they cherish what you got going on a little more. They appreciate your effort for presenting yourself to them.
So knowing that, does that affect the way that you approach your writing when you sit down with a paper and pen? Who are you writing for?
Well, when it comes to music, I perform for the audience, right? In 2005, when I was 19 years old, I went to Manila, the Philippines, and I was opening that for the group they called the Black Eyed Peas. They more famous after they did the Super Bowl, but at the time they wasn't so famous.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
let's be real. They wasn't as famous then, but I noticed they had a lot of sing-alongs, songs that you sing along with. So I had a more hardcore hip hop style. So in order for me to keep performing in front of their audience and their crowd, I had to go home and be more creative in writing songs that the crowd can sing along with.
Sure.
So it helped me perform, and I learned a lot. At the time, I thought I was a great artist, but then I realized it's more to performing for a crowd than just lyrics.
Yeah. Very cool. Do you want to also share about how your writing has changed over the years? How your art has changed?
Well, I think that I mean, people like to say that social media changed music, and that now everybody just does what's cool is. But I think it always kind of was like that. You had to make music that people want to hear if you want to get heard. And you know, in the time that I've done music, and you know, being around different type of music and different type of musicians, like for example, in Vancouver, there's Monster Cat. So one way or another, I met some of the guys running that label, and I was interested in electronic music too, and I wanted to try to produce some music for them. And it's so funny because like when people find a community that they feel like they want to be in, they like gravitate to like one really strict, almost like a silo. So like you talk to someone like, what kind of music you make or listen to, and they're like, oh, I only listen to like dub, trap, future, space music. I don't know, like something super specific, right?
Yeah.
And I think that there's like a pressure to kind of do that, right? Like I felt, because like I tried to apply for, I don't know, probably like maybe about 10 years ago, I tried to apply for a Factor grant, like a grant for music, and I felt like there was kind of like a pressure, like here's like a white dude who's middle class white dude, he should be playing a mandolin,
right?
And I guess I never really gravitated towards that, right? But that's kind of like the cookie cutter image of what you're supposed to do. Same with if you're black, you're supposed to be either rapping or doing R&B, right? It's kind of like there's a brand you're supposed to fit into, and then you can become a product that can be sold, right? I mean, like if they put like toothpaste in a tin can that looks like shoe wax, is people going to buy that toothpaste? Maybe not, right? And people, people get comfort in something that's familiar, right? So I think that even with that pressure to make music that people want to hear, for some people, they still don't want to do that. So I never really, maybe that's why I'm not, playing at like Rogers Arena or something, because I don't want to make music for that brand or whatever. I just want to make music that I like. I want to make music where my wife's like, oh, I like that song.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Maybe music that someone that I respect will be like, oh, cool, like you did good on this, right?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for any other reason than that.
I want to touch on something you said. One thing I did notice, speaking about what he's speaking about, is a lot of people in America are depressed. It affects your performance. That's why I come here too. And that's why I go to places, other places. No, what I'm saying is this.
Yeah, let me tell you.
When you're on stage and you're performing and people are not happy with their life, they're not going to interact with you like you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
They want you to hurt because they hurt.
Facts, yeah.
So when I come here, it seems like people are more excited about appreciating what you're doing, and you have a better show. You can even witness some of the American artists when they go overseas, the crowd is a lot more happier, and they got free healthcare. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that in America. So, most time we can't get, we don't have the food we want. We don't get free healthcare. We don't have the things. People here, they have certain things that we don't have. That we can't even buy real food. We just being real about it.
Can I say something on that too when you're done?
Go ahead. You go ahead.
But it also depends what kind of music you're making too, right? Because like, and where you are, like small town like Nanaimo, like I grew up in a really small town. People are just happy when someone comes through. They're happy to see someone. They feel like, wow, someone chose to come here.
Yeah.
Like they want to be heard. They want to be recognized. Whereas a lot of time, even in Vancouver, like, you go. I remember when the Raptors played their last game in Vancouver. they'd pan over the crowd, and like people look like they weren't even having fun.
Really? Yeah.
Why do you
right,
think
right.
that was?
I think that was because the people who can afford to go to a Raptors game and pay that much money probably aren't the people who are going to be so excited to be there that they're going to be jumping out of their
Right,
seat.
they've seen it a few times. It's
It's
not hitting the
something to do.
dopamine like it used
Yeah,
to.
it's something to do, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, they're looking for something exciting to do every weekend, and this is what was coming, right? And like when you go to smaller towns, I mean, like I don't go to that many live shows, you know. Like I moved to Vancouver, and I'm not gonna lie, when maybe like 12, 15, probably almost 20. I moved to Vancouver a long time ago, and it's very expensive to survive,
Yeah.
right? You know, like it's a lot of people can't afford to go to shows. A lot of people can't afford to do anything, right? So like, you know, some of the best times I had was like, you know, going back to like some distant cousin's wedding in like Sorrento or Salmon Arm or something, and just see people like hillbillies partying in the forest with a country band on the stage.
Yeah, right.
You know, people just so excited to get to do something other than just working every day, right?
Yeah.
And you get that in places like Nanaimo, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Victoria is good too,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean Victoria is still smaller than Vancouver.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, like, you know, it's the same in the States probably. If you went to like just cross the border and go to like Bellingham or something, people probably really stoked to like to see someone who cares enough to come to their town, right?
Yeah. And then the equation would switch then too if you throw a show like this too, where you're bringing a lot of the local artists onto the stage, and for a local audience as well. How do you find that a Nanaimo audience responds to a Nanaimo MC or a Nanaimo band?
Well, we have a guy that's with us. He's from Nanaimo. He believe in Nanaimo. He loved Nanaimo. And he said, Cyan, I want you to come to the island. I want you to perform. So I said, okay, that's what we're going to do. And I talked to him. And he told me this is a good guy. You should do it. It's two type of people on this earth. It's good people.
He was a good guy.
He told me he was a good guy. There's two type of people on this earth. There's good people, there's bad people. And it's all off of reference. When somebody say this is a good person, you take that very seriously because there's not a lot of us left.
Yeah.
We seeing that. We seeing there's not a lot of people that's gonna do the right thing, that want to do the right thing. So when you meet a person that want to do the right thing, you first gotta trust if they're gonna do the right thing. Once you see they can do the right thing, then you can do business with them. Then you can have great shows. Then you can have great energy, and maybe you can change the world.
Yeah.
That's what it starts with.
I love that. So what do you hope for a show like tonight? What do you hope for it to be able to do, even on a small scale?
I want people to come out and have a good time. It's not about nothing else. I just want them to have a good time. I want to have good energy. That's all. And all I require is great energy and a good time.
Yeah.
That's all. And I want to see people that's having fun and having the best day of their life. I want them to have the best day one of the best days of their life.
Yeah.
Okay? I just want you to, that's what I say when I get on stage. I want you to have the best day of your life. It took me 10 hours to get here because of TSA down in the United States. And I had to come through. I went through a lot to get here to you all.
Yeah.
So now I want you all to make me feel better, and let's have a good time together.
Don't hold that joy back tonight.
Don't hold that joy
Let's
back.
go.
Make it worth it for me.
Yeah. Do you guys remember one of your favorite times being an audience member?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you pinpoint what it was about that experience that was memorable?
They knew all the words to their song. They sound just like the record.
Yeah.
The goal was to sound just like the record, and if you don't sound just like the record, sometimes they sound better than the record.
Yeah.
That's when I said, oh, wow.
Yeah, well, in the North Okanagan, near Vernon, like kind of really close to where I grew up, there was this festival called Kamasket, and it was basically on the North Okanagan native land there. They had a big. It was run by the band, and they had like a festival that brought all kinds of music from everywhere. And I used to go there every year, and you know, it wasn't like going to, you know, there's infamous music festivals like Shambhala, where I could lie and say I remember something from that, but I don't remember anything from it.
Right. Yeah.
But there's like Kamasket was, you know,
it was special.
it was good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Let's just say
Yeah.
it wasn't like, you know, you go there and then you wake up on a road 4 days later.
Yeah.
It was like just, you know, clean fun, and you got to like I got to meet like that. Sometimes you go to a show and there's only like 20 people there.
Yeah.
And like I got to meet I don't know, Bob Marley's backing band.
Yeah.
The Whalers?
Yeah, whoever was left of them. I mean,
Oh,
probably
wow.
half of them dead. And then you know, Arrested Development,
No.
and then you know, probably other people too. And it was cool because it's, you know, it wasn't expensive. I don't know, they probably have funding or something to pay for it, but you know, it wasn't expensive, and it was just, it was a riot, man. And like, people out there knew how to have fun. There's people know how to have fun everywhere, but we would just be like dancing like crazy people, swinging your hands around and like spinning in circles and jumping and stuff. And it was just like, man, this is so cool.
Wow.
And you know, it's like chasing the dragon after that, right?
Yeah, it sounds like people felt allowed to show up as themselves and just let
Yeah.
go a bit. Is it?
And maybe that is a different thing. And I mean, maybe now with everything being so public with social media and stuff, maybe it makes it harder to get that. But I mean, we all have it in us. It's
Yeah,
like the most primal
absolutely.
thing in the world, right? You know, you want to go and you want to just let it out, right? And some music is definitely easier to dance to than other music.
Yeah, that's true.
But not everyone wants to dance. Some people just want to be in their comfort zone, right? And there's you know, you just, and I think like Cyan said, and he's told to me many times, he says, you know, when he wants to do a show, he wants to read the audience and he wants to give the people what they want.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they're here for us, so we're gonna be there for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, to me, it doesn't matter what kind of music it is. It's just, if some, you know, it's all music to me.
Yeah.
And I think Cyan would say the exact same thing.
I'm gonna say something. You know, I have music that have a message to it. I have all types of music, really, but most of my music have a message to it. And I didn't. Most time, I don't like to even perform with other rappers because they doing what everybody else is doing. I'm trying to do something different, and I didn't did the intermissions for plays. Might have a play, and I come perform when the play is taking a break. I come perform one of my songs called Tracy, and that's a song about a young girl that I was in love with, and she had a rough life, and she ended up passing away at a young age. And so the people would actually sit down and listen to what I'm saying in the song because it's a smooth beat, and I'm speaking. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that. It's certain artists that I thought I was better than. I thought I was better at rapping. I could rap better than them until I seen them on stage. Their stage show was amazing.
Right.
Because I didn't just study from rap music. I studied from Journey, Bruce Springsteen, people that can make a crowd go crazy. You know, Queen. I studied from a lot of people that can really rock a crowd. So whenever I got in front of a crowd, it wasn't just rap music I was giving them. I was giving them, because I can't sing, he do the singing. I can't sing, so I had to find other ways to reach them to make sure that they're going to remember this night for the rest of their life.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. Well, I do. I want to put you on the spot right now. Is there any section of a verse that you would want to share a cappella as part of this? And so you can totally pass on that because I'm going to try to capture some of your set later.
I wouldn't want to. Sometimes I use profanity on accident, and I won't want to do that because it'd be disrespectful. But yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you ready?
Oh yeah.
No profanity, right?
If you can manage not to.
Okay, I'm gonna try to clean it up. Okay.
All right, clean it up.
Youngsters on the block passing rocks before the sun shine. If you didn't did nothing, you still looking for one time. You did something when you was born with skin like that. Home of the free, why do we pretend like that? Me and my best homie ain't even friends like that. No option to win. White man's having pens for blacks. That's what you get for trying to drive a Benz like that. In school, I told the principal there would be no butt kissing. I told the teacher shut up. Told the class listen. I'm from a school most learn to read in 6th grade. And the girls fall for Jordans in a 10th fade. You know. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So yeah, I imagine that it's great to have the audience move when you're up there, but it's also probably very special to have them just lean in and actually listen.
Well, tonight I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna perform. I'm gonna perform tonight. I'm gonna just perform. I'm gonna do a lot of my songs, pieces of them, and I'm gonna make sure everybody have a good time. Yeah. I'm not gonna get so lost in my lyrics that some people can do that. They get so lost into what they want and their lyrics. They think everybody is taking their lyrics in that they forget good music sounds good. You know, good music sounds good. Now that song came off my album, Cyan, The Bayou of a Madman. Then I got another album called Cyan, The Beginning of the End. And that's spelled SAEN. So I want you and your audience to check it out, and I hope it makes a difference for you.
Absolutely.
You can. So me and the guy I do music with, Tom. He's from Calgary originally, but he lives in Nanaimo, and we are self-employed. And
Where can they find you?
where can you find us? If you can figure out how to spell that into Google, that's another thing someone's got to learn how to spell.
Some of the website.
Yeah, we got a website too from my old music name, North Sound. So NRTH Sound, and that's NRTHsound.com. And you know, we got North Sound on Instagram too and all that. But look us up on streaming stuff. Self-employ. It's $SelfIMPLOY. And we got something for everybody. You won't regret it. I got a song that I did about the political climate right now.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to do that one tonight.
Yeah.
It's,
Is there any part of it that you could share in the moment?
I can try to do a start of it. I'll try to do it without losing my voice.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why now. Now big brother think he got his face down on the pavement. The fox is killing chickens, people watching amazement. We contribute to the empire, now they went and erased us. We sent troops to die and they can't even what's that? Shit, I forgot it. Oh, my language.
It's so
I gotta
good
edit that
though.
out.
Yeah, you got more there?
Yeah. I guess it's harder to do with all the
gonna be
beat in the
at the show tonight?
background.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah.
better come to the show if you want to see the rest of
yeah,
it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's a great preview.
Okay,
there,
yeah,
if you
that's good
want.
enough. Because I got to save my voice. I'm actually,
Yeah.
it can be a little bit nerve-wracking when you sing because, like, to throw this event is a lot of work leading up to it.
Of course, yeah.
And then I got a business in Richmond. I have a business with my wife. We fix and sell vintage furniture.
Oh, cool.
So I might be waking up in the morning,
Yeah.
working on a piece of furniture. I had a sale that I had to make before we come here.
Yeah.
Then I got to make sure we have everything collected, get to the ferry. And then, you know, you might have a couple arguments with people along the way.
Yeah.
And the whole time, Cyan's like, you better not lose your voice. Stop talking. You're going to lose your voice.
Yeah.
So I got to be careful, you know.
Yeah.
I tried to tell him that he you know, you losing his voice. He got to sing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, you gotta stop talking, but don't be so animated when you talk. Trying to be calm when you talk. When he's so
Yeah.
animated.
I can't stop moving when I'm
Yeah.
even sitting
No.
here. I
You
can see it
lose.
in the screen. I'm moving
Yeah.
constantly. That's all right. You're natural on the camera, you know.
No.
Both you guys.
Thank you.
No, you are as well.
He's like a
man.
statue over there. He's got his pose.
Yeah. It's freeze. Yeah, they think that it's frozen the whole time.
But that's good because you know
Yeah.
what you're doing, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
It's one of my best interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a good interview. You're doing good.
So I'm wondering, what about an event tonight, putting together all the little pieces, what is one of the things that most people who come to the show tonight won't even know went into it? Like, what's the behind the scenes stuff?
Whew, that's a good question. Okay. Eventbrite, you know.
Can I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
He's got a U.S. cell plan. He doesn't have roaming, right? I mean, that's normal. So nowadays, anything you want to log into, you need 2FA,
Right.
right? So we're up here trying to check tickets. I shouldn't be saying this. Most
ahead,
people
say
are going
it.
to show up and want to get in
go
for
ahead,
free.
say it.
We got to figure this out.
Okay, go ahead, say it.
So he has to log in so he can check people's tickets, right?
Sure.
But if you can't log in because you don't have access to your device, how do you log in?
Oh no.
You know, little things like
Yeah.
that, you know, or like, you know, first of all, you got to make sure all the equipment
Yeah.
is there, you know,
Yeah.
but there's always little things you can forget your water. You know?
Totally.
And let me tell you some other stuff. We have artists that are famous artists, and they tell us their price. We give them their price, give them their deposit, and then in the end, they can't show up. And so people started refunding all the tickets because they wanted to see this particular person,
Man.
you know, because he's a landmark in this area.
Yeah.
And we knew that if we got this person, this would be a great treat
Yeah.
for this area. So, you know what I'm saying? I started investing in myself. You know, I just put up, last year I had a festival in Africa, Tanzania, Africa.
Wow.
You know, we had 23,000 people out there. You know what I'm saying? And I just started investing, getting on the investment side. But sometimes when the artists don't show up or when the currency exchange, you didn't get it quite right and the
Yeah.
money is not right. And then sometimes just to get your money back and a lot of stuff, it's difficult, but it's a lot goes into this and it's not easy, but it's an adventure.
Yeah.
and I enjoy it. And when I see people smiling, like our friend, when I see his face, that's priceless.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's priceless to see his face.
When we roll up, see Tom pop out
Yeah,
of the car,
that's exactly what I'm
he-
talking
he
about.
in
Tom. That's
Yeah.
just priceless. He can't stop smiling. He's happy. I see artists coming here that's happy. They're excited about tonight. You know, everybody's excited. That's priceless. It's worth it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work, and but it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
really worth
So
it.
many pieces, though. Hey,
Yeah.
so many small, big pieces, and a lot of those pieces are human pieces,
Yeah.
which makes the whole thing unpredictable
Mhm.
Yeah.
and risky and beautiful and rewarding
Mhm.
all at the same time.
And that's kind of what makes hip hop so big too, right? Is because when you're doing a show like this with hip hop music, generally you only need like a DJ and the rappers or singers, or you get people like, I like producing music,
Mhm.
so you get people who might like to produce music and sing over their own tracks or whatever. But that's a lot less moving pieces than if you got like 5 people in your band.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I try to do a band, I can't even get a drummer to show up to practice.
Right. Yeah,
Try to
yeah.
get them to show up to a show. No offense to drummers.
It's a lot of humans, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
And someone's cat just passed away.
Yeah.
Someone just lost their job.
Yeah.
There's always something going on, and that's like the guy who couldn't make it to the show tonight. I mean, he's he was actually heading to the Middle East, and I mean, like,
Wow.
yeah, like
Yeah.
stuff can happen,
100%.
and you never so that's something that's always at risk.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also the beauty of dealing with local people too. And it's nice to have a balance, right? It's
Yeah,
nice to be able to give
100%.
local people a place that they can stand up and stand out, but
Mhm.
also having like a bigger name who can bring the attention.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the little guys, it takes a lot to get attention nowadays.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely. And I mean, what is the scene currently in Nanaimo right now in this town? Is it?
we should get Tom in here, and you could be asking him these questions.
Yeah.
Because we got off the. I mean,
Yeah,
I've
you-
done shows in Nanaimo with
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
We've done quite a few shows, but Tom like lives and breathes
Mm-hmm. The Nanaimo
the
scene.
So
Yeah.
he should be in here.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, well, let's go get him.
You go get him.
Or do you want to keep one of us here so you can be doing it? Or
Yeah. I could also.
Okay, well, I'll stay here. You go get him.
I know you like being in front of the camera.
No,
so
it's just that I'm
you
just gonna
say-
stay here, and you go get him and make sure everything is cool. Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Say
Alright,
thank you
thank
to everybody.
Yeah, and thank you.
Thank you.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
for
for
being a
having
part
us.
of this. Of
Yeah, it was
course.
a
Yeah,
pleasure.
looking forward to the
Yeah.
show.
Like I said, everybody, please, do yourself a favor.
Self-employed.
Check it out. Self-employed. Money sign ELFIMPLOY.
Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now I just get to get curious with you. So here's my question for you.
Okay.
When you are up on that stage tonight and you just finished your set and you walk away, how will you know that you accomplished your mission? Is it a feeling? Is it a look on faces? Is it, what is it?
So look on faces, and if the whole crowd communicate and cooperate, that's the best feeling.
Mm.
That's the best feeling. I got a vision. I got a vision that I'm looking for,
Yeah?
and it all starts here.
Hmm.
When you start setting up for this interview,
Yeah.
you had certain things you wanted,
Yeah,
right?
you got it.
And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the people you think you're going to get it from, you don't get it from them. Maybe
No.
somebody that you weren't even expecting to get it from.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I learned.
I've heard some people will get on a stage and sort of zero in on one person where they're getting a lot of energy back from on stage. Do you ever do that, or do you kind of speak to the whole?
Well, when I was 19, I went on a tour.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually, when I went on tour, when I was 19, I went on tour, and I ended up performing in front of 70,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
not on purpose. It was a different time. This is
Okay.
2005. This was a different time. You had to do an audition. Hold on.
Okay, I think we've got some additional special guests showing up here.
How you doing? All right.
Hey, welcome.
Okay.
Hey, cassette.
She's gonna rap tonight.
Okay.
fantastic.
But she can do an interview.
We've been talking.
Yeah.
Cass.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Join
you
us,
too.
Cass. Hey,
Hey, nice to meet you.
good
What's
to
your
meet
name?
you too, Jordan.
Jordan
Yeah.
Shane?
Welcome. Take a seat.
My name's Zion.
Zion.
You got a few minutes? Can we ask you some questions?
Yeah, I got
Yeah?
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get it to her.
So, for those that don't know, can you let them all know about you? Everything that you want them to know, let them know.
That's a loaded question, but yeah, I'm Cassette. I'm a rapper, mostly doing like underground boom bap, East Coast style. I live in Vancouver, and yeah, I've been rapping for a hot minute, so I'm happy to be out in Vancouver Island to do some music.
Yeah, great. Okay, and
Yeah.
you'll be rapping tonight?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I'm here.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you get up on the stage tonight, how will you know that the audience is with you?
That's a good question because honestly, I've been doing this for a long time and I feel like I've worked very hard at my craft. So I think it's just when you fully believe in what you're doing and you embody the message and the attitude and the whole music, people connect with you. I mean, it's kind of like take it or leave it, but I feel like with the music that I represent, because it's mostly a male dominated scene, I'm trying to connect with the ladies out here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just try to embody like just that female empowerment shit. So yeah, I mean, I just it's it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like take it or leave it.
Yeah.
But I've been getting a good response, so I think I'm doing something right.
Cool. And I'm sure, so you've got your set already figured out.
Oh,
You
it's
got your
dialed
set
in,
list.
yeah.
Now, is there a particular moment in the set that you're particularly looking forward to?
Absolutely, yeah. So tonight I'm going to be hopping on the stage with Fibs. He's the one that's been orchestrating the show. We did a really dope track together, and I'm also going to be I'm going to have QB Mac come on stage with me as well.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward just to be connecting with the Nanaimo, Vancouver Island community and bringing that on stage because I've met some great friends along the way. I consider those guys my friends and we've connected through music. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I got a little bit of splashes of like some new fusion music I've done with like some trap. Flexing the bars with different like flow rhythms, different pockets, but then I also bring like that East Coast boom bap flavor that I like to do.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's no pressure. However, both of the artists who have been interviewed already have shared a little acapella, little
Oh, I love
preview
acapellas. That's what I
of
do.
what they're going to be doing tonight. Now, the only thing is the request is as few curses as possible for the
understand.
wonderful Tell Us Story Hive viewers.
Okay, let me get up and let me
Yeah, sure.
Start that. Okay.
Pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you. I want your information before you.
Yeah, yes, that's good. Hey,
So
welcome.
what you're asking me if I want to do an acapella?
Yeah,
Is that what you're asking?
that's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do a couple little things off what I got in my back pocket.
Okay.
I'm body bagging bars, best believe it's problematic. We gain the followers, subtract these haters like it's mathematic. Media manipulation they use as an apparatus, but I'm committed to this game like a merit of status. Don't be mad at us, most of y'all music needs work. You should practice that before the merch and the t-shirts. Art costs money, don't be asking for a free verse. It's notes to the grindstone, my rap career comes first. Pop cassette in the deck, yo, the eagle has landed. This is God's plan, so it could just happen at random. I'm Breaking Bad, living like I'm Bryan Cranston, but I'm abduct this whole game, and then I put you up for ransom. We tapped in, elevate the mind state. You ain't half of my raps, even with the combined weight. My plan is to expand and land in tri-states. Take this opportunity now, like, wow, wait. I'm sitting pretty, now the head is fucking spinning. My rhythm split you open, they don't even know what hit them. This is the beginning, my verses serve a multi-purpose, but it's causing disturbance, but it really don't concern us. I went from gutter music up in high rises. Kill shot, your plan backfires. No surprises, cause I'm better than I ever been. High vibration, there really no comparison.
Ooh, let's go. Fire. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. I love acapellas. Like I'm gonna be doing a little something on the set tonight.
Sweet. Sounds good. Now, while you were spitting, we have another guest show up. How's
Yes,
it going?
it's the man of the hour.
Welcome. Love for you to introduce yourself if you could.
Sure,
And
yeah.
this microphone here.
Right on. So I go by the rapper Fibs, half of Self-Employ. We're basically a hip hop duo from Vancouver who, I guess moved to Vancouver from Calgary, Alberta area. But anyways, I've been rapping since I was basically 16. You know, rap battles to you know, doing shows fucking back in the day, and then I started doing shows again recently. So yeah, life's going pretty good. This is a Nanaimo thing that we're putting on. I wanted to bring you know, all the dopest artists I could find into one room and, you know, make it a night.
Yeah.
And I think people are receiving it pretty well. You know, tonight's gonna be something. It's gonna be one for the books.
Very cool. Now,
Yeah.
when you put together a lineup like the lineup for tonight, what are you thinking, and like how do you do it?
I'm thinking like, you know, I want some versatile variety. You know, I want to have some female rappers. I want to have some, you know, different types of genres of music, right? Like you got Surreal, he's got some alternative stuff in there. You got Cyan, who's got some trap stuff from Atlanta. You got some conscious rap coming from Tangible 2. You know, it's just a different variety of something for a little bit of everyone, right? And you know, also making it a themed costume party. You know, so if people aren't interested in music, well, hey, you can still come out, wear a costume, win a prize, dance your, you know, butt off, and have a good time still, right?
Yeah.
So that's the idea
That's
what we're trying to do.
Now, tell me why an event like tonight is important for the scene, for the music.
It's keep hip hop alive, I guess. You know, for an artist like me, like I just want to see hip hop thrive. And when I first moved to this town, I was, you know, it was doing well, and then it looked like it was dipping down, and it's like I just start talking to other artists, and they're just like, man, we want to do something, but nobody knows where to go or how to put it together. And I don't know. So I just said one day, I said, you know what? Let's just I'll do it. You know, like let me just like get the blueprint and start talking to people. That's what the game's about. It's just about talking to people, right? And then once you got the money, then you can invest in it. And yeah, like it's not for the money that we're doing this for. We're doing it for the love. You know, we want to see Nanaimo, you know, get a good name and have other artists want to come out here. You know? Maybe the next show will be a bigger artist, right? Like, and I've actually been talking to bigger artists too already. So we'll see.
But it just always takes that person to say, hey, I'll do it.
Exactly. It takes you know, someone to grab the bull by the horns and just go for it, right?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm glad it's happening. So tell me about this theme, this dress up.
Yeah, so just like, you know, thought about like what could it be a cool theme? Circus, right? And circus is a party. It's you know, you can bring out your cool like clown costumes or acrobat or whatever, because a lot of people like to dress up, right? So I figured, hey, you know, like why not? And then we got a nice prize too, right? We got a lot of like stuff in the merch basket, shirts that'll be signed, posters. There's it's
I love that.
It's gonna be a fun event, you know, just for if you just want to dress up, right? So,
it makes me think of, you know, one thing I've always loved about hip hop and hip hop culture and music is that it invites so many different experiences into one genre. Like you can make a silly, ridiculous, hilarious rap, or you can write something that's super vulnerable and honest. And everything in between. And,
that's just it, right?
And none of it is out of place.
That's right.
Sounds
Hip hop
like
tells stories, you know. And
storytellers, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's like just glad to be here with Cassette. You know, she's also a dope female rapper from Vancouver.
You know, I just want to interject for Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, just put that back on there.
That Tom has been talking about doing his own show for a hot minute. And I'm just happy to see you pull the trigger, make it happen. And like we were saying, like the first step is the longest stride. And I'm happy that you're doing it. I'm just proud of you because we're friends and I'm very proud of my friends. So
yeah, well, it's not a small thing. Right?
It's not, you know, it takes a lot of work to orchestrate a show. You know, there's a lot of organization in it. There's money into it. There's, you know, whatever. So I'm just happy about that. So I'm glad you did it.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. So at the end of the night, how will you know that it's been successful?
Well, if there's let's think about it. I mean, if there's like the night goes clean, you know, no problem, no fights would be the number one thing I'd say. Which I think, you know, it's going to be a good crowd. I mean, as long as everyone's leaving happy and just being like, wow, that was quite the lineup, you know. I had a great time. I bought a shirt. I got a picture with one of the artists. And now I can go back home and bump their stuff on Spotify, you know.
People to have a good time, you know. Because like that's what we do underground hip
Yeah,
hop.
it's about fun, you know.
It's for the streams. It's not for the turn. Like it's just about like being in that zone.
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely.
So yeah, a successful night is go home to my bed and sleep well and be smiling while I'm falling asleep.
Totally. So tonight, when you are on stage, and inevitably, you know, something will go wrong. So not to jinx you guys, but you know, something small, something like you'll say one word or stumble over one word. What do you do on stage when that happens? Do you do you make a big deal out of it and go, oh,
Never.
stop the music?
No,
we need
no.
to start again.
Can't
What
do
happens?
that. That's a no. The show keeps going on. Like I remember like a couple times maybe I forgot my verse. I just freestyle the rest of the verse, you know. just fit it in there in the beat, you know. Like should be able to freestyle if you're a rapper, anyways, right?
Yeah.
But you know, it's there's never a problem. There's only solutions, you know.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
So-
Right?
Love it.
I'm glad you asked this question because, like, I've been performing for a hot minute, and I think, like, the best way to get ready for these shows is to prepare. Like, you know your bars inside and out, but something will happen to you, and it's not a reflection on how prepared you were. But, like, when you're in the zone, something will catch you on your peripheral vision. It can trip you up in your bars. Like, I've had these things, like, someone will just catch your eye, and you kind of stumble. And, like, what Tom said is just, like, being able to just improvise those lines, because halftime people are not going to even notice.
Yeah.
But what I'm also doing, and I don't know if it's the right way, but I've been bringing my own shades. So what I do is, like, I'll be performing, and I know I'm going to hit, like, a big pocket of bars. I'll, like, flip on the shades, and it just shuts everything out, and I can just, like, get right into that pocket, and then I'll just flip the shades back off and continue to perform. Because that peripheral vision, like, it can happen, but it's just, like, when you put those shades on, it's just, like, it desensitizes the other senses where you can get through that. Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense. I've just never heard that technique before. It's
No,
great.
no, that's what I've been doing because I brought my shades, and it just helps because I'm like, okay, I just need a second.
Yeah, so I hear like preparation, and then you get on stage, you're in the moment with the audience, and then
Some chick could start yelling, or hey Cassie, what's up?
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa.
yeah.
And it's not like, because I've been in situations where I'm like, fuck, I wasn't on my game. And I'm like, there's nothing I could have done in that moment. Shit happens. So it's just like really finding that balance between connecting with the audience, but also like taking a little bit of time for yourself to be in that zone where you need to be.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Now, I know you got to bounce here. Do you have 30 seconds to just spit a little something for us?
Let's do it, Tommy.
Sure.
I'm his biggest fan.
They say the world revolves around money. If you broke, they say the world revolves around money. If you broke, you ain't getting no honey. It's kind of funny. We result to trying to be so funny to impress these females, but money is our only buddy. Nice car, house, and job, but it's like they're way too basic, working 2 jobs just to make another payment. Keeping me in check, that's why I can't afford savings. Insufficient funds is always on my bank statement. It costs money just to put your money in a bank. With bad status, put your status in a bad rank. You wish that check had no number but was blank. I ain't trying to find gold, man. I'd rather walk the plank. Does money make the world go round? Ask yourself the question. Does it make sense? You need to pay attention. If you paid a broke, yo, it's still a lot of tension. These rappers flashing paper, man, it causes bad intentions.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah.
Costs money to put money in the bank, is that what you said? Sick. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Appreciate
Come
you
to the show
guys.
if you're down.
I'll be there.
Right on.
On my phone just to say like, that we did this interview.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, take care.
Like, if I just pause it with phone, can you just kind of tell me a little bit about you and that we sat down and talked? Are you cool
Well,
with that?
sure. Well, we're still live streaming for
Oh,
another
I didn't
12
realize-
minutes
oh my
here.
God, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
didn't realize that
great.
we were live streaming.
You didn't? Okay,
No,
well,
I just
welcome to
walked
the
off
live
I
stream.
just walked off the street and they're like, hey, buddy is doing a little interview. I just literally got into
This
Vancouver.
is amazing. Yes, this is part of Tell a Story Hive on location in Nanaimo.
Okay.
And you are obviously such a natural performer because you just showed up and walked into an interview and were completely a pro the whole time. So
Thank you,
yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So here's your mic back then. Okay, so I got a question then for tonight.
Okay.
When you're doing your set, do you have any risks planned? Because it sounds like you prepare and prepare and prepare. And yet, is there any risk that you know that you're going to be taking tonight?
I mean, I try to have a different experience in every time I do a show. So I'm kind of glad you brought that up. So you asked me to do an acapella tonight. So that's kind of my little thing at the end of each show is I do an acapella.
Cool.
And I'm like, you guys want me to break that shit down for you? And people are like, hell yeah. And it was kind of like a test at first, but I've had such good reception to it. So that being said, I'm going to do a little risk when it comes to my acapella at the end of the night.
Okay.
It's going to be totally different flavor. So I'm going to talk a little bit more poetic bars. I'm going to actually talk about falling in love
Yeah.
and the risks you take. And just, I talk about women. I'm like, just kind of, I'll spit the first bar if you want to hear.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So I don't fit the description of this cosmopolitan, but you filter your face, girl, and your lips filled with collagen. It's time to pick a collar, not mimic the pixie following. I fell in love, man, and now I'm face down on the floor. Try to replace the pain, but it's sadness in a different form. Let me ask a question. What's the definition of pain? Would you really say it's mental, or would you say it's physical? The pinnacle of love I built is just so minimal. When you open up your heart, and it's just so unpredictable. So that's a little part of that I write into it.
Ooh, yeah.
So that was me trying to take a risk because I wanted to tap into a different side of me.
Yeah, I love it. I think that is such a smart risk. I think
Yeah,
the
do you
audience
think it
is gonna
sounds good? Because
respond
I'm like, I
well.
don't know. People think I'm going to be like heartbroken and sad. But like you asked me in the beginning of like, we do this music and I'm sure you do your art for yourself. It's like you get a lot of gratification from it. When you deeply believe in what you're doing, people respect you differently.
100%. 100%.
You know what I'm trying to say? And it's a take it or leave it. Like, unapologetically yourself, just doing the damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you have any rituals that you do just before you go on stage?
Like I'm gonna just keep going back into the practice thing because last night I rented out a rehearsal studio and I practiced for like 2 hours.
So smart.
I mean, I've been doing it for so long and I've gone through such highs and lows where I was so nervous or I've messed up.
Yeah.
You forget your bars or you get too drunk before you go on stage or like you have no stage presence and you're like freezing up. So I feel like I've just gone through so many evolutions of myself through these performances that I find I just orchestrate the best where you're prepared, you're well practiced, and now it's just like you find yourself in the moment. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and it's like, okay, I got what I'm gonna do. Let's just see how it comes out.
Yeah, and I guess that's something, a gift that preparation gives you, hey, is to actually,
wholeheartedly
preparation
believe
and
that.
experience. You can actually be there on stage and be present.
But
to
that's
what's
what
going
rap
on.
is, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's so much that goes into performing. Like, there's breath control, there's stage presence, there's memorization, there's staying on the beat.
Yeah,
Like, there's so
absolutely.
many multitaskings that are going on that
Yeah.
that's when I'm just like, okay, like, you come correct.
But that's good because when you're not prepared and you get onto stage, sometimes you're so present to the nerves that you aren't present to just the
You forget
absolute
everything
gift
else.
of what's going on.
Yeah, and it's funny you said this because I had this little homie and he performed like last year and he's just a young buck coming on the scene and I went and saw him and I'm gonna be honest, he did terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. And I didn't say that to him, but I'm like, how did you feel about your set? And he's like, he did not feel good about himself. So I was like, you know what, you go home, you practice. I want you to practice for at least 1 month. You're gonna come back and I'm gonna come see you. And I'm like, I'll take the day off work if I have to. I promise to come see you at your next show. Contingent the fact that you've practiced.
Yeah,
He listened to me.
yeah.
He came back on stage, just fucking worked it.
No
Oh, sorry.
kidding.
He murked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. And what had changed? Just the prep?
He knew he didn't stumble on stage. He was more confident in what he was doing. He had better memorization. Like it was
Okay.
just a world of difference.
Okay, so if you were giving advice right now to a young performer who's just coming up, and you could only give them, let's say, 3 pieces of advice
For performing,
for performing.
I would say practice. I would say just actually feeling good about what you're doing, like being intentional about things. Like, what am I saying? What song am I doing? Like being intentional.
Yeah.
So rehearsal, intention, and just again, I'm just such a believer in this being unapologetically yourself. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
it's just like, this is who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, like, when you just like believe in so much of what you've been doing, like, it just hits different.
Yeah.
Like, really believing, and it's not going to happen overnight. Like, I wouldn't expect some young kid to be like, you got to know exactly who you are when you step on that stage.
Yeah.
But even being like, giving yourself some grace,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
you know?
I was talking with Golden BSP earlier in the day, who will be on stage tonight.
Yeah.
And he brought up something that blew my mind, this idea of being confident with your vulnerability.
Yeah.
And that kind of sounds
I
a
love
little bit
that.
like what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I think vulnerability is a strength,
Mhm.
100%. I
Yeah.
think vulnerability is a strength where you're tapped into who you are, you're eccentric, you're, again, I keep repeating the same thing, unapologetically yourself.
Mhm.
Like,
That
I know
deserves
Golden,
repeating.
he's eccentric guy, he's got his whole different style, and I believe that stemmed from having a good relationship with himself and nurturing that creative side,
That's
bring
right.
it to the stage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's a question for you then. Is there anything that you had to unlearn or let go of on your way to being the MC that you are today?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I've been rapping my whole life, so yeah, I've had to let go of a lot of things, and it just circles back into what I'm saying. It's just like one thing I used to try to do as a rapper is I tried to be really technical with my writing skills, like a lot of wordplay, a lot of multi-syllables, a lot of technical writing. And then I realized it's just like, you can say something just as impactful by saying less.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And it's not compromising your bars or your lyricism, but it's just like, what am I actually trying to say?
That's right.
And it's not how you say it, it's how you say it. So that was like the biggest thing for me, is to like kind of unlearn, because I came from the old school hip hop where it was like lyricism, off the top of the dome rhyming,
Yeah.
like all these technical.
Yeah,
and
the
now I'm
craft,
just
the
like,
craft.
you know, you can say what you want to say. It's just kind of like just leaning into it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe sometimes bringing more, what would it be, like heart or depth, or instead of trying to pack all the words in.
And even like for me, it was like some things, even like to this day as a lyricist or MC, it's like I'm trying to lean into different, there's so many different venues or avenues when it comes to rap. It's like not even just your writing, but your cadence, your inflections, your swag, your attitude, your delivery.
Yeah.
Like, and that's something I'm really trying to conquer, is just like, it's not just this, it's all of
Yeah,
this.
it's a good call. All of those pieces communicate what you're trying to say.
And there's only so much you can do at once.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's like you can only, okay, you want to be lyrical, but like, are you sounding busy on the mic? Does
Right.
it sound like you're cramming in too much syllable salads?
Yeah, it
Are
could
you
almost-
neglecting other parts of your character that are going into what you're trying to say?
Yeah, good call.
So that's something that I've trying to been doing, like an unlearning. some
Yeah,
things.
yeah, that's a huge unlearning. Yeah,
And having your poise too, something like, because I get really passionate, but now I'm like just trying to, like, the poise is really important too.
Presence and
Well, like when I talk about poise, it's like you could just be like, yo, but it's like selecting your words, like da 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 da, like holding your poise.
dynamics and yeah.
You know, you're not sweating, gassing yourself on the mic, trying to be. It's just like you can just having that poise and making sure every word counts.
This is great advice, because I've been to so many hip hop shows, and some of the hip hop legends, that I listen to their album over and over again. I go to their show and it's like they yell the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back and listen to their album that's full of the story and the flow and the ups and downs and the standing back and then digging in. But then I go and they're just yelling into the mic the whole time. I'm like,
Well, that's even goes into recording. Like, we're talking about writing, we're talking about performing, and then there's a whole nother avenue of recording. And that goes into it too.
Yeah.
With your poise.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, there's a lot goes into it, for sure.
Yeah.
So that's just what I'm trying to
Well,
do.
thanks for putting us onto the game here. This is good info, great wisdom.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you asking me these things because I love to share it.
Yeah, I
It's
look
been a
forward
long
to seeing
time
your
in the
set
making.
tonight too.
Yeah, I'm really excited to perform. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited
we'll,
for you to see me perform. We'll see all this talk See if it actually ends
well,
up on the
exactly.
stage.
Yeah. We'll cut the live stream in about 10 minutes, and then we'll bring the video camera in and film some of your set too.
Okay,
Yeah,
sounds good.
Thanks so much for the time. Great to
Yeah,
meet
it
you.
was really nice to meet you. Thanks a
Yeah,
lot. I had a
no
great time
problem.
talking to you, actually.
Yeah. And Austin, I don't know if you're available. I'd love to chat with you for a minute. Yeah. We have a surprise guest here.
Aw, hi.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you later.
All right, take care.
I
Great
had
to
a
meet
great
you.
time talking to you.
Thank you. I had a great time talking to you.
Just right here?
Yeah, why don't you sit right here?
Yeah, sounds
Austin,
good.
welcome. Okay, so earlier today, we were looking for a place to.
You're A-okay, it's just the screen.
We were looking for a place to do this interview. There's life happening right now in the moment, all around us. So we're looking for a great place to do this interview, and so we were reaching out to a bunch of different places last minute. But what we were really hoping for was a place that felt warm, that was full of character, that felt like you were stepping into a piece of art. And this was the vision I had in my mind, and I'm so grateful that that's exactly what ended up happening. Austin here, who recently opened up one of the coolest shops I think I've been to in a long time, invited us to come in and do our interview here. And so, Austin, if you wouldn't mind taking a minute and just letting people know
absolutely.
what you've got going on here.
Yeah, so we just opened up a singing company, Vintage Studio, about a week and a half ago.
I'm sorry to interrupt. If you could just bring that mic
Oh, yeah,
down so I'm sure everyone
absolutely.
can
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're a vintage mercantile. We specialize in vintage camera gear, watches, clothing, barware, a little bit of everything, something for anyone. We're also planning on turning it into a bit of a music venue. So eventually we'll be doing jazz, blues nights, acoustic, open mics. And yeah, we're also a photo studio. So I
Okay.
love working with creatives, which is
Yeah.
awesome. And I love hearing, great music and seeing the whole process. So I love.
This is great. This feels like the kind of place where that it has to be owned by someone who doesn't segment art, it's just art. It's all this holistic, organic experience, which is the craft. And because I'm sitting in here and I can feel art all around me, and now you're talking about it's going to be a venue as well. This is amazing. So tell us a little bit about you and about your background and how you got here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long road to get to owning this shop, but I actually started my career in film. I wanted to be an actor, so on and off, I was pursuing an acting career, and then I'm kind of to pay the bills. I moved into business management. So everything from mobility to jewelry stores, manufacturing, photography adjacent positions. And after about 15 years of that, I kind of had enough of working for the big companies. And the dream, I mean, my wife and I had always road tripped and explored and found these amazing historic places and really connected with them. And we wanted one for ourselves and in our hometown.
Right.
So it just made sense to this was the next step.
Yeah, this is it. Did it feel obvious as the next step?
Yeah, I mean, we always joked, and we'd always go to these places and say, "Oh, I'd love to do that," or we could do that. Why don't we just do that?
Yeah.
Right. And it's not until you really put your foot down and you have that moment where it clicks that you realize you should just do it instead of we could.
Yeah.
It's just taking that next step, and we couldn't be happier with how it's all worked out.
And you say it like it's a simple step, but it's not an easy step.
Yeah.
Right. To go from that conversation of, oh, we should do that, to actually taking that first step, like to actually doing it. Do you remember the moment when you were like, that conversation switched from we should do that to we're going to do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, so I'd had a really long stint with the last company I'd worked for, and you're always looking forward to your vacation time
Right.
and going on treasure hunting trips, and once I had not been with that company anymore, I mean, we had this kind of window where we had a kind of a choice to make, and it came down to, you know, I can look for another position with another company, or we can just treasure hunt for the rest of our lives.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that was an easy one.
Yeah.
It was just deciding to treasure hunt.
Goosebump moment, you know, or we could just treasure hunt for the rest of our lives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, growing up, my favorite movie was The Goonies.
Yeah. Nice.
And, I mean, I love American Pickers and all those
Yeah.
kind of shows. So it just, I don't know. I think there was just that moment where I was like, I can live that life.
Yeah.
You just have to choose to do it.
Right. Yeah, I love it. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, you know.
Yeah.
You know, opening business, like, there's going to be tough roads, but it's good. I just looked into your future, and it will be rewarding. It will be rewarding.
Yeah.
I know
No,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks so much for opening your doors to us
Yeah,
tonight.
absolutely. It's been a blast.
And
yeah.
I look forward to coming back, you know, to be a customer, but also when it's a venue to come check it out and hang out.
100%. You're welcome anytime.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Great. I'll grab that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime. Yeah. There we go. All right. I'll just sign off here. And also just wanted to say a big thank you to Sound Heritage, another local shop right here next door to us here in Nanaimo. And Sound Heritage is a local vintage music shop, and it's meant for the people. Really incredible people running the shop, and you know, wonderful, just absolutely wonderful space, full of character and heart. So check them out when you're in town. And yeah, I'm gonna go check out the hip hop show now. And thanks for spending your time with me. Again, my name's Jordan Dack, and this is TELUS STORYHIVE on location, Nanaimo. And it's been great spending time with you. Be well.